Alright guys, let's talk about Near Protocol for the first time on the channel since the liquidation day of October the 10th. So we did make a video on Near that day. And at the time I made that video, it was somewhere up here, guys, in the green. So yeah, I think it was actually pressing against this $3.15 resistance, basically. And it ended up with a red candle, but it actually wasn't that bad compared to a lot of other cryptos. Now, the bottom on that day was about $1, let's say 55. And since then, we do find ourselves struggling once again with the $3.15 mark. Now, we are again above this yellow trend line. This trend line actually goes back to the beginning of February, and we finally have broken it once again. Now, we actually kind of flirted with it back on the middle of September, the 18th, we broke through. Then we fell back under on the 25th, about a week later. And you can see, guys, we kind of hit here a few times before breaking it again on October the 1st, only to lose it once again on the 10th. So we haven't actually broken through it until yesterday on November the 7th, and now we have retested this. This is actually a very good sign, guys, for Near Protocol. It's actually retested the $2.61 mark here, plus this trend line. So we are getting a little bit of a bounce, though we are getting a rejection at $3.15 at the moment. Now, looking at the volume profile, guys, you can see that we actually broke the point of control here at about $2.61 today, and we are trying to get through this large candlestick down here. We're probably just a few pennies shy. Plus, if you see where we're at, guys, we're at $2.99 basically. We're trying to break that $3 psychological mark. So it's going to take maybe a little bit more push here, but eventually we will do it, guys. And then we need to work on the third largest volume candle. And once we get above about $3.90, it'll get a little bit easier to stair-step our way up here. Now, jumping over to the Bollinger Bands, we do have quite wide Bollinger Bands at the moment on a monthly time frame, so it's not as narrow as it was back down here in January of 24, and basically got a pinch. We shot up to about $9 here, and yeah, let's look at the weekly time frame here. We are a bit narrow, it does look like, so actually this is a good thing. It's not really, well, okay, the bottom line here is kind of coming up here, but the top line is flat. I would like to see this blue line come down. We get a little bit of a pinch. But right now, I will say that it's not really helping the price action so much. But the narrowness could help a little bit. Now, the daily time frame. We do have maybe a pinch here on the 29th where it came in on one another. We kind of have another small pinch here as well on the 2nd of November. But I don't think it's pinching enough that it's helping the price action. I just don't see that. Maybe we need a little bit more of a pinch here. Maybe this pinch resulted in downward action, but yeah, it hasn't really helped the price as of yet. Now, jumping over to the RSI and Stochastic here, we actually have a good sign with Stochastic actually avoiding crossing the red line here, and it's still oversold, so it has a lot of room that it can grow here to the upside. Also, the RSI is pointed up pretty heavily right in the middle of neutral territory, so that's a good sign, monthly time frame. Now, weekly time frame, just coming out of this oversold territory, just crossed the red line to the upside, pointed pretty heavily also to the upside, as well as this RSI. So weekly actually looks pretty good too. Now, the daily time frame, starting to get a little bit overheated here, and probably about to turn around here soon, I would say, on Stochastic. Now, RSI is not overheated just yet, but probably will be there very shortly. Now, if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, well, the blue line actually just crossed the red line to the upside. It's actually trying to avoid dipping back into this neutral territory, it looks like. Going to make one last run, one last stand, basically. But the RSI is pointed slightly down and overheated as well. Now, the 1-hour time frame pointed pretty heavily up, just getting overheated here. As you see, it's just barely dipping into the overheated territory. The RSI is kind of flirting with it. I think it's just barely inside of neutral territory, but kind of a mixed signal, I would say here. Now, the 15-minute time frame. Now, this is interesting. The blue line wants to stay oversold here, and it actually crossed the red line to the downside. So I do believe it will turn back up here shortly. It can't go down too much more, but yeah, it is oversold, and it did cross the red line to the downside. Also, the RSI has headed down as well, so not good on the 15-minute time frame, but I don't think that will last very long. So let's just put this on a 4-hour time frame. Take a look here. I don't see us breaking $3.14 or 15 cents here until we get some of these indicators kind of reset, and then we'll probably make another run and break $3.15. Now, one more indicator to consider is the MACD, as always, guys, and we do have this blue line starting to come up here on the monthly time frame. We have these fading red candles, and they're getting smaller, so I do think in the next month or so we're probably going to see a green wave here. And let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, we've already gotten some green candles here. We've basically been in the green since May. And we were fading here the last few weeks, but now we're getting a dark and bigger green candle. So let's take a look at the daily. The daily is also in a dark green period here. The blue line just crossed the red line to the upside. So we don't know how long that's going to last, of course, but we just came out of a 4-day red period. So let's see, guys. It does look like, on the monthly time frame, it's starting to turn around probably. Weekly looks pretty good, and daily also right now looks good. So momentum is actually to the upside for NEAR. Now, looking at NEAR protocol in CoinGecko here, it's the number 44 project at the moment. It's about 27% up, kind of flirting with $3 here. And you can see my average NEAR cost here is about $1.41, but I don't think that's 100% right. I think it's actually lower. But anyways, doesn't really matter, guys. Now, circulating supply is about 1.28 billion coins. Almost all of this is, circulating. So, yeah, I mean, you can see the difference between this is only about, 60 or 50 coins. Now, the max supply is infinite, and, that's not terrible. I don't like coins like that, but if we look at Solana, which is one of NEAR's biggest competitors, it has the same. So it's also unlimited supply. And yeah, I don't, as long as they keep this circulating supply fairly low, it can still run pretty well. So if we go down, guys, you will see that the all-time high was about $20.50. That's about 85% down. And if you bought it at the all-time low about 5 years ago, you're still about 470% up at the moment. So that's not bad. But can it make it back to about $20.50? I don't know. It's pretty tough to say. This is a very good coin. It's in the top 50. So maybe, coins in the top 50 have a real chance. But it's going to be real hard at this point for NEAR to make it up to that point, I would say. Now, jumping over to Bitcoin, you can see it's actually had several 4-hourly candles to the downside here. Right now getting a little bit of a bounce, but sitting just above $102,000. And it didn't break this neckline here on the W pattern, guys. Kind of got a rejection here. So this probably is not going to work out in that fashion like that, like I said last night in the video, where it would come up to this and maybe get a rejection at the trend line. Let's see what happens now. Maybe it can keep this trend line. Let's see if it can do that at the very least. And so far, it has done that since, the 4th of November. So about 4 days, we have maintained this so far. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. Also, if you're looking for Moodix, guys, you can get a free 7-day trial here with this link. And if you're looking for the world's safest cold wallet, you can go to CypherRock X1 here with this link, and you can get 17% off your order today. Now, I have been told by them that they're going to start airdropping within this wallet. So I don't know how much the value is going to be of these airdrops, guys, but that's all I've been told. So you have to claim your CypherRock X1 wallet before others do. There's a limited supply, I was told. So yeah, you can get 17% off right now by using this link. Also, if you want to follow me on X, you can follow me here, guys. Now, Ethereum here is our biggest worry, guys, because it still sits outside of this channel, and basically it got a rejection here today, and it's struggling to hold on to the 3410 level here. But again, this line is a weekly support and resistance. So if you put this on a weekly time frame, this is what it looks like. So we need to get this weekly candle back within this channel. That would mean getting above about, let's say, 3510. Now looking at the total market cap here, guys, you can see it's pretty much, the same deal as Ethereum. We need to get back above about 3.5 trillion to get back within this channel. And if we take a look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, also same deal, maybe doing a little bit better than the total overall market cap because it's almost back. So let's see, it has to get up to about 1.39 trillion and then it's back within this channel. Now the Bitcoin dominance here, I do have some good news. It is breaking down as you see right here. And it did break down before, about a little bit more than a week ago, but you do have this straight green candle reclaiming this trend line. So this is a little bit different. Now we do have this, wick down. We also have another wick down here, but right now it is kind of getting a little bit of a bullish candle as it does go up here. So let's see if this holds. But so far this does differ a little bit. Now USDT dominance, as you see, I have marked off a few more resistances to the upside. So the next resistance here is about 5.48%. And it actually pushed through several resistances, but is getting a rejection at the moment. Let's see if by tomorrow, maybe it falls under 5.3%, but ideal would be back here at 5.04%. Now the altcoin season index hasn't actually budged since last night, guys. It's still a 41, but it went up from a 33 to a 41 yesterday. And the liquidation heat map, $471 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. So that is actually coming down. Now, if we go to the fear and greed, I'm a little bit surprised here that we went down. We're still in extreme fear. We're at a 20, guys. Yesterday was a 24, but we had mega bounces across the crypto space. So not sure how that works here, but yeah, we went down. Now if we look at the bull market peak indicator, sell at the top, still below 50% at an average of 48.3%. So 0 from 30 indicators have been hit, as you see right here. It's still 100% hold. The best indicator, the pi cycle top indicator, is just over 50%. So this is what 50% looks like, guys. Now next week, it's a little bit unclear what data we're going to get. We do have a lot of speakers here next week, but the CPI is planned for Thursday. So I don't know if that has already been planned to come out like before, but otherwise it doesn't look like we have too much to look forward to on the economic calendar for next week. Now, Moodyx actually had a very good day yesterday, as you see here. Everything across the board is green once again. Sentiment is still risk on, and that trend is growing. So this is nice. Now, FedWatch Tools is showing about a 67% chance that we're going to get a quarter point cut here. Still, we have 32 days until the next FOMC meeting. Now, Polymarket does have a little bit different odds here. 71% chance that there's going to be a quarter point cut, so that's a little bit more elevated than what we saw on FedWatch Tools. Also, the 50 basis point decrease is plus 1% from yesterday, I think. So no change, still 27%, so that is still sizable, but I still think we're going to get a cut. Now, Trueflation is showing 2.26% here, so it's minus 0.04% from yesterday, it looks like. If we go to crypto bubbles, everything almost across the board is looking pretty good. This AIA was up so much for the last few days, guys, and it is coming down pretty hard. I looked at the chart today. Zcash also may be coming down, guys. I think the bubble is finally burst for Zcash. It's almost got a bearish engulfing daily candle from when I last looked at it about 30 minutes ago or 1 hour ago. Maybe it got a bounce since then. But anyways, guys, pretty much everything here is doing very well. You see Near right here. I did a Filecoin video the other day, guys. So check out those videos, that I've done lately. I did FET also, I think, last night, guys. And if you want to stake your coins, go to Coinondo. And like I said, I did a FET video last night. That's why it's here. But if you want to search for Near, just type it in and you will find all the deals. There's actually 42 results here, so there's a lot of results. Probably not even the full amount of results because they don't have every exchange on this platform. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and like I said, check out some of those exchange partnerships that I have below. Also, check out the X1 CypherRock wallet. Like I said, they're going to start airdropping soon. I don't know exactly the date, but you have to get your wallet before they're sold out. Anyways, thank you guys, And I really appreciate those who have been sending super thanks and who have become members. And guys, I will see you in the next video.